yards. It's the...
Three-quarters of the NFL season are complete. What works in our final month? We're underway in Week 14.
This one taken just inside the 10.
Oh, a good return up past the 30.
And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, still a good return. They'll start the drive right around the 37.
So the Steelers offense getting set for their first drive. And they will be led out by their 6'4 quarterback.
It was fun getting ready for this game, wasn't it? Because normally we talk to the coaches and the players. I think you and I asked to talk to the trainer to see how his arm is going to be.
A lot of ice after last week.
After last week's game, boy, what a performance that was. And you know who else is having fun? Receivers, because they get a chance to do what they do best, which is go out and catch the ball.
Yeah, and that last week effort, he threw for well over 400 yards. On second down, it's Maxwell trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6. Operating from the gun. Small. Throwing left side, it's complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. On first down, Small. He'll let this go for the end zone. Got his man, it's caught for a Steelers touchdown. A great play there. His 9th touchdown of the season. And the Steelers will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. Looking sharp on that first drive. These guys, of course, coming off back-to-back victories, and you see that kind of advancing into this game, don't you?
You certainly do, and when you have a team that doesn't get too full of itself, even though they've won 2 games in a row, you get the end result that we saw there, that nice opening drive, because they're sharp, they're focused, and they're locked into everything that they're doing.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
This fielded right at the goal line. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
Now it appears we have a Steeler here slow to get up.
The medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break.
Okay, ready?
And they'll run it. This is James Robinson.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Looking to throw. Grant. And this one is incomplete. Well, that's not the way you want to start. A first pass attempt and a first drop all in one.
Well, you've got plenty of time to make up for it, but obviously not the way you want to get things started. Got to shake that off and get going.
Ready, go! Ready.
To throw on 3rd down. Grant. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete. Certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. Oh, able to avoid him. 35 yards that time on the punt. And the Steeler offense, they're set up nicely as they take over. So with the Steeler offense on their way out, let's take a look at the playoff picture in the AFC. As of this moment, as pretty much everyone knows, they sit alone in that top spot. But nothing is guaranteed. They haven't even clinched the playoffs. So a good start, but a long way to go.
And you know, a blunt veteran inside their locker room has stood up at one point or another and said, you know all this means nothing so far. We've got to cover this, get it done. What do we want to be? It's like winning a title in August, right, in preseason. Doesn't count. Let's go ahead and get this thing done. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. So they'll get 8 out of that completion. And now that sets up 3rd and 2. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. On 3rd down, Maxwell. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Back to throw. Small. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown. A great effort there. 33 yards. And the Steelers are off to a 13-0 first quarter lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that'll make the score 14-0. So that drive, 4 plays. And it ends with the Steelers finding the end zone. Here's the Steelers kick team as they'll boot this one away. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes the return. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
For most people, the excitement of the kickoff return is to see a long one that goes back in the opposite direction. But for the guys covering it, it's being able to stop them deep in their own territory. How about that incredible form tackle right there? Shoulder into ball carrier, and down he goes.
They begin the drive with Robinson. And from the 15, they're able to work this up to the 20 for a pickup of a handful. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Operating from the gun. Grant toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. Give them 17 on the pickup there, and the Texans also get a new set of downs.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field, because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They've needed something good to happen. Plays like that.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Pat Surtain. And the Steelers are going to get the football here at their own 23.
Well, it's not the first time we've seen him give one up here during his rookie season. And in this case, zone coverage forced the mistake. He's made some strides week to week in how he's handling the different type of coverages that he's seeing. But clearly, there's some growing still to do.
And he'll be taken down right around the 27. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Maxwell. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Up the middle they go. Maxwell. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 12 yards that time and a Pittsburgh first. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. I also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
More muscle up front for this 2nd and 2. They've got 3 tight ends out there. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And a throw right sideline is complete. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. A big play on the catch and run, covering 34 yards.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
They'll run on first down. It's Maxwell, and he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Lots of praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
Now a second down throw for the end zone. It's incomplete.
Anytime he reads middle, I don't think it's going to be the only time he'll try and hit that route to the outside in this game. He'll test the perimeter, but that time, they were up to the challenge.
This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard. Now receiver in motion left. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
On 4th down, Small got his man. It's caught for a Steelers touchdown. A great play there with touchdown number 20 on the year.
And the Steelers' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points.
Point after, right down the middle. It's 21-0.
Texans, nothing.
So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. Houston set to take over. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession, but I think this has to be a possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit, and if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line.
The numbers for Claypool in last week's game. 8 catches, 112 yards.
And he's trying to prove the adage, it's not just how you start, it's how you finish. And he is finishing awfully strong, takes great care of his body.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
3 scores down, not even a halftime yet. They are not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence right now.
They really are. They are on their toes, and they're getting at them.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete. The Texans send the punter out as he'll punt it away for the second time. Let's take it at around the 40. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field.
But Charles, they're really stringing these possessions and scores together early. We're still in the first quarter, but if they can score again here, look out.
Yeah, and as you taught me when we're broadcasting games, one word we're supposed to avoid, and that's blowout. But that's exactly what's going on here. Down 3 possessions just the first quarter. That goes beyond any worst-case scenario we might have thought coming into this game. And another touchdown here, that should eliminate any hopes for any type of a comeback.
And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter.
Steeler football here to begin quarter number 2.
As they've got it with a 3rd down and less than a yard. They'll keep it on the ground. Maxwell.
And he will have a Steelers first down, at least at first glance, as they'll spot the football just beyond the marker. They find a way to convert on 3rd and inches.
Operating from the gun. Small. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. A big play there. On his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Steelers are able to add on to their first-half lead. Extra point up and through. And it is 28-0. Just a 4-play drive that time. And it ends with a Pittsburgh touchdown. Here's the Steelers kick team as they'll boot this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. And as this offense makes their way back out, it's AFC playoff race time as we give you a look. And I tell you, 4 weeks still to go, and everything is wide open, and it's fun.
And I know we always talk about, well, if the playoffs were to begin today, and then we kind of go, okay, but they're not. Let's see how it plays out. Wouldn't it be fun to play with this playoff lineup right now? Because to me, just about anyone can win this whole thing out of this grouping we currently have. And by the time we get there, it may look entirely different.
Here's Robinson again on second down. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
It's not a huge breakaway run, but if your starting running back finishes the game with averages of 5 or 6 yards per touch, you'll take that every single time.
Looking to throw. Grant sets up the screen to Robinson. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Back to throw. Grant being chased out left. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Well, Charles, you think about this defense. This week in preparation, you couldn't hide the fact from them that they're facing a team that's lost 7 in a row. You just wonder if they prepared the same way they normally do.
Yeah, that's a great question, because normally that preparation goes into what you do well on defense. What is the best thing that you do going into a game? But in this case, you might want to take all the tendencies and throw them out the window. I would expect them to throw every trick play in the book right out of the gate in order to try and get something established and get things moving.
Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in.
And now following that last play, I do believe we're going to get a review here. Yes, indeed, the red flag is out.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Fielded just inside the 20. A 46-yard punt, 8 yards on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. It may just be the second quarter, but he's in his zone, well on his way to eclipsing that 100-yard mark.
And when a back has a game, as we're witnessing right now, his name's going to be in the books. But it's really a collective deal, isn't it? Because that means he's getting plenty of blocking, a lot of help from his teammates, but he's making the most of it.
Yeah, he's made the most of it to this point.
I'm not sure how much more evidence they need, partner, than to understand that if they don't start to slow him down, it's going to be a long afternoon here at the stadium because he is just shredding them at this point. And let's face it, coming into the game, they knew he would be the focal point of their attack. This is going to take an 11-man unit on the defensive side to start making plays.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. There they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
Now that's the way to do it. Hand it to someone with vision and good footwork, and add in a little bit of power, and you find a way to pick up 1st downs.
On 1st down, Friedman. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. Off play action. Small. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's going to be taken down with another 1st down as the stop's made at the Texans' 36.
First down, Steelers.
Looking to throw. Small. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down.
Good defensive call right there because they had someone shadowing him along his entire route. And he was right there ready to provide a hit that prevents him from making another catch to his big start.
Ready?
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
79 Broncos.
To throw again. Small. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit him over the top, unsuccessfully.
Back to throw again. He's going to try and go deep again. And this one dropped in the end zone. Looked like a touchdown, but not to be. And now it's 4th down. And this one is right down Broadway. And that will extend their lead even further. So after 4 touchdowns in the game for this offense, this time they're forced into taking the 3.
But you did mention 4 touchdowns, right? So 4 out of 5, not too bad. I think that's a pretty good record for them.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. But Houston's offense taking over again. The last series for them, a little disappointing, forced to punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive. 1st and 10.
Ready, go. Ready.
They start on the ground with Robinson here. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. Second down and a run by Robinson. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. They get 14 on that one. Good for a Houston first down. On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Here's 2nd and a yard. Robinson with another carry. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. The Texans on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Robinson will try to pick it up. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now a handoff up the middle. It's Saunders. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Grant, right side, completes to Mechie. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. Throwing on 1st down. Grant. And this will be caught by Edwards. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here. From the 17, here's 2nd and 4. Operating from the gun. Grant. And that is caught. It's Davis. Touchdown, Texans. Gabriel Davis from 17 yards out. And the Texans are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And the lead is down to 24. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. Off the play fake. Small. He's going to let this one go deep. It's caught inside the 25. A big play there just before halftime. 55 yards. And that looked almost to be a case of, a quarterback saying, hey, I'm going to throw this as far as I can and hope you run under it. Mission accomplished.
And he made that look effortless, didn't he? I mean, he's had a great game throwing the football. This is going to add to his yardage total in a big way. It's one thing to be accurate on your short and intermediate throws, but when you're hitting the bombs like those, look out.
And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Ball resting on the 10-yard line. It's 2nd and 1. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Operating from the gun. Small. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. A great effort there in the final seconds of the first half. And the Steelers will extend their lead here just before halftime. The extra point splits the uprights, and the route is on here in this first half. A drive there of just 4 plays, and it ends with the Steelers finding the end zone. So with 3 seconds remaining in the half, they will line up to kick this one away. From the 6. So we've reached halftime here with a visiting... All right, we'll bypass the halftime show in favor of returning to this late season game with the teams coming back from the locker rooms here a bit early. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Texans down on the scoreboard, but they do get the first crack here as we are back underway in the second half. Fields it right around the goal line. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. And the Texans getting ready to go here to begin the third quarter. CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. That's trying to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And partner, you know as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late, that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
You got to figure the further they fall behind, the more you think that they'll get away from the run. They're trying to stick with it, but the results, they just aren't there.
Let's go, boys. Let's go. Hold the set.
Back at the 2 now. Here's 2nd and goal. Robinson again. And he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. James Robinson, his 3rd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Texans are able to cut into that deficit. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And the lead is down to 24. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Time for the Steelers offense now to get set for their first possession of half number 2.
And they were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead, and it's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. But this is a unit that has to be itching to get the football again.
You can say that again. They've got to be pretty eager because, let's face it, they've had to sit through halftime, then sit on the sidelines and watch that drive. So you can bet that they're saying, let's get on with this. We got to go out there and get some more points.
84 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
On second down now, it's Maxwell, and they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. They'll keep it on the ground. Maxwell, stiff arm number 2. That's another gain of 15 on back-to-back plays.
Well, that is a running back who is not about to go down easily. He fought his way through the contact until the C's opened up for him. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. And that one opened up for him well as he'll take this down to the 26-yard line.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And a missed tackle there as he pushes forward for a gain of 4.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. On second down, this is Harris. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. First down, and they go back to Harris. And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7.
The yards may start getting a little tougher to come by down here near the goal line. That's good work defensively there on first down, holding them to a short gain.
The middle they go. It's Maxwell.
Yeah, he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. A chance to really put this game out of reach. Here's 3rd and goal.
Now a handoff up the middle. Maxwell. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Taking it in from 7 yards away.
And the Steelers have opened the lead up to 30.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And in the end, it's capped off by a 7-yard run. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
Taking it about the 1. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
And now out comes Houston.
We haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD. And if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
Now here's a pass on first down. It's knocked away and incomplete.
As a coaching staff, you can call just about whatever you want because you understand you have guys who reliably take away those massive shots downfield. You're not as worried about giving up the big one.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Steelers are going to take possession of the football.
He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
But we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw because for the most part, what they've seen has been pretty sensational.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
They'll get only a couple down to the 44.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
Off play action. Small. Yeah, that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
And here now the punter Fox as he sends this one away.
And this will pin him back deep. That's going to kick out of bounds right at about the 7-yard line. So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And his throw here's incomplete. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And he takes it back to the house. A fumble recovery for a Steelers score. So the big fella gets on the scoreboard with a return for a touchdown. Good thing he didn't have to go too far, though.
You know the trainers were very happy about that. Imagine having to go get him in the end zone, escort him to the bench, and give him the oxygen. They were loving the fact that he got in without having to run very far.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. Heading out is the Texans offense as they get set to take over here.
Well, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles. But I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
Hand off to Robinson out of the shotgun.
Gets by him at the 25.
59 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times. Back to Robinson now on 1st down.
And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21.
The time called here because a member of the Texans is in some discomfort.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Robinson gets the toss on the right side.
And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1.
You know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play.
They'll run with Robinson.
And he'll be taken down after a decent gain, and that will bring us to the end of this third quarter of play. Back now in Houston. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair.
And they'll run again.
And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown.
James Robinson
with his second touchdown of the game, fourth of the year.
And the Texans get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit.
So that one, an 8-play drive. It spans 75 yards. And it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run.
Takes it at the 7.
And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field.
And they just continue to roll right along, really. This has the looks of yet another victory as they hope to polish it off here in quarter number 4.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. Throwing to start the drive. Small. He gets it complete to Harris. And the offense moving quickly to the line.
4 yards on the pickoff. Second and 6 at the 37-yard line.
To throw on second down. Small.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Jalen Petrie picks it off.
They find some open field here. And they will finally put it into the return, but not until he takes it back all the way inside the 10-yard line.
CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Robinson now off the option.
And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal.
Back to throw. Grant. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. A gigantic sack on 3rd and goal. A loss of 12.
Well, have a game, sir. Why don't you? A sack earlier and an exclamation point here late in the game. And this one won by his side of the ball. They played so well. Surprised he didn't get his second sack earlier.
60 vices, 60 vices.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans.
Gabriel Davis.
2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far.
And the Texans take advantage of the short field and finish it off with a quick touchdown. Extra point by Sly is up and good.
And that will shave a bit off the lead as it's down to a 23-point game.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. And now this offense comes back out onto the field.
Certainly no reason to panic. They've got the 3-score lead, but the turnover last time, the interception that led to a touchdown, you'd have to think they might not be dialing that up again.
Yeah, probably not. They're still in fantastic shape, though, so I would imagine before he tried it out here for this series, head coach probably just leaned over to him and was like, listen, we're wearing these color shirts. Throw it to those guys, not the others. Try to make a joke out of it and just let them go out there with a little bit more confidence.
Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. On 1st and 10, Small. He finds his man, complete. That's Maxwell. So he stopped for no gain, and that's going to bring up 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Over the middle, it's complete. And he'll wind up getting this to the 32. A play that started at the 16, and that's how many yards they get. 1st down. They'll look to throw again. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit, too.
Again, he'll drop to throw.
That throw taken in by Jamison Williams. And they're going to move it down inside the 25.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Got his man, it's caught for a Steelers touchdown. A 24-yard touchdown.
And the Steelers add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week.
Point after, right down the middle. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead.
Texans 28.
Here's the Steelers kick team as they'll boot this one away.
From a couple yards deep.
And all deep in his own territory. He coughs up the football. And they'll have great field position here as the ball will be at the 15-yard line.
And in our meeting with the special teams coordinator, we asked him, what's your philosophy on bringing the ball out? Do you give him a red light? Do you keep him in? Green light, let him go? Let's see if he changes from green light to red light after that costly error.
Yeah, you know what I remember from that meeting? He brought donuts.
I like him.
Yeah, it was great.
Yeah.
But he's not happy right now.
No, don't tell everyone how many I had.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'll guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. And his kick here is good, and that will extend their lead even further.
So the big return had them fired up, but in the end, the offense stalls out. They only muster 3.
Yeah, the excitement was there after the return, but they didn't move the ball at all after that. They didn't even get a 1st down.
Here's the Steelers kick team as they'll boot this one away.
This taken in at the goal line. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The offense running out, and we shine the spotlight on the undrafted revelation, James Robinson.
On the other side, they've had trouble stopping him not only on the ground but through the air. He's hit the century mark running the ball. He's approaching that receiving it.
I'm starting to think, Brandon, we're going to have to start judging running backs by a little bit different standard, and we know the gold standard now is 1,000.
And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted.
Well, they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road and help seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. The offense on third down tonight, 5 out of 9 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Looking to throw. Small. He rifles one that's intercepted. Jalen Petrie picks it up. And the Texans force the turnover. And they'll take over at the 10. Well, they're not making it easy on themselves here down the stretch. 2 picks now in the 4th quarter trying to hang on to that lead.
Talk about keeping someone in the game. Instead of being able to shut the door, it's still cracked open because they can come back on you now. The only people who are really happy about those picks, any fantasy team that has this defense.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Here they come, 2nd and 10 now from the 10.
Let's go. Ready.
Throwing again. Grant. And he's going to be taken down. Sacked back at the 2. They push him back 8 yards that time on 2nd down.
So if we recount real quick, he had the touchdown earlier, and now he comes up with the sack here. No doubt about it, he's having himself a game.
Over the middle, that's caught by Mechie.
They'll give him 4 yards there, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Well, that's certainly playing down and distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
So from their own end zone here, this kicks away. And a fair catch is called for. He will take it in to give his guys some excellent field position here. It's just a 32-yard punt with no return. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field.
Come on. Hey.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And that is incomplete. Well, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Small. But the shuffle pass, and it's complete. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. So they'll wind up losing 5 yards on the play, and they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
A tall task ahead of them here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's got him in, complete.
And he's going to be forced out of bounds inside the 5-yard line.
They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Boy, another big play late here for an offense, Charles, that certainly has had its fair share of big plays.
Coverage has been a problem all game long, and I would say that going along with that has been confidence. Because even if they had the right coverage, they've still dented them, and now it's been a real issue for them during this game.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
Well, they're up comfortably here, Charles, but that lead certainly not dissuading them from pressing the envelope late. I mean, if anything, with these passes, it's like they're getting more aggressive to try to drive the ball downfield.
And that will certainly lend itself to some post-game questions for that coach, and maybe you and I should attend that press conference and see what he has to say, because someone's going to ask him why he continued to push it. My guess, he didn't like how some of the snaps were run earlier, and he wanted to use that as a chance to clean things up, but he certainly will have some explaining to do.
Well, big here in the fourth quarter, up really big. That passing incompletion, I don't think they needed the completion, but, Charles, this is an offense right now that they're just having fun. They're clicking on all cylinders.
Yeah, you're right.
And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Well, they just continue to roll. And, Charles, for you and I, we want the close games, but for them, it has to be so nice to enjoy this big cushion.
I can't remember the last time we saw them play this loose and have this much fun. I think they'd love to be able to capture this game, carry it with them from week to week, and be able to execute like this in all the rest of their games.
No problem there on the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Here's the Steelers' kick team as they'll boot this one away.
Taken at the goal line.
And the Texans set to come onto the field.
As now I'm hearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case.
On first down, Grant.
That's out wide here for Robinson.
And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down. Looking to throw. Grant.
He gets this one to Mechie.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Operating from the gun, Grant. And bringing it in, it's Davis. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before.
And now it appears that the referee's been buzzed, and we'll get a review. And this being so the folks in New York just going to wind up confirming what the official saw, as this play will stand as is.
Throwing on first down, Grant. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down.
Trent McDuffie getting the chance to blitz and finishing it off with his sack.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle.
Able to hit his target, Claypool. And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
On third down, Grant. And for the fourth time tonight, it's an interception.
Picked off by Pat Surtain. And the Steelers are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line.
Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis, but I don't have much else for you.
And the scoreboard just lopsided, and it's been ugly from the get-go. From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. That one looks like he'll throw here. Wide open receiver complete. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
Get something together. Oh, let's turn it up. Let's go now.
Operating from the gun. Small. It's complete to Williams. Now another timeout called for by the offense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
And the Steelers personnel.
Hey, Pat. Warriors 17.
On 1st and 10, Small. He's going to air one out. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete.
Partner, in the sportsmanship handbook, there's something to be said for calling the dogs off in a blowout. But these defenders, they also know this is the NFL, and it's their job to stop them, whether they're in the game or they're down by a handful of touchdowns.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, 2nd year in the NFL. But I don't know if last year as a rookie, if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that. So he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the 2nd-year quarterback.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
This fielded right at the goal line. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one.
He's been a busy man here in this one, and they're showing off some nice footwork to stay in bounds.
And with those types of catches and the volume that we've seen in this game, wouldn't you keep him busy as well?
I would.
Of course. You got to keep throwing it to him. He keeps making plays.
Now, one final throw here is incomplete, and that is how this one will come to an end.
And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
Certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. You go at each other in practice, obviously your training camps, your off-season. But on game day, you both want to show your best, and I think that's what we saw from both the offense and the defense, a complete team victory.
So for Pittsburgh, the win pushes their record now to 11-2 on the year. And they'll have another road date next week with the Indianapolis Colts. Meanwhile, for the Texans, they're squarely in play for next year mode now as they drop to 2-11. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Santa Clara to take on the 49ers.